it's not necessarily a pre-budget consultation. It's more from the point of view of understanding how we can revive exports, how manufacturing in India itself needs a lot more boost. Where is the investment within domestic? Because on FDI, I'm confident we are doing well. In fact, globally, if 16% decline is there, we are reaching more than 35% within India. But for Indian investments to grow, what are the kind of things that we need to do? So it was an interaction with the industry chambers, essentially to understand how else we can move forward. And the conversation gave me hope that things are moving positively.
Ma'am, you mentioned exports. Exports have been falling for quite some time now, and it is a matter of concern. What is the government looking at holistically, as a policy to ensure their boost?
First of all, when we talk of export as a whole, exports are falling. Yes, they're falling. But if you look at it sector-wise, the fall is not even. Some sectors minimal, and some other sectors it's much more. And actually the volumes are not concerning because they remain plateaued. I wish they can go up. But in terms of value, of course, you can see that the currency fluctuations is having a bearing on us. And also the fact that commodity prices have dipped badly. So it is not it can be better. But I think we shouldn't get so depressed as to say, oh my God, what's happening, and knee-jerk reactions need to be avoided.
We believe that some of the initiative government is taking, the right initiative, and we are sure that this is something which will help the industry and ecosystem. I think industry believes strongly that we cannot make in India a success without being competitive globally, and research is a very important part of manufacturing. And we need to spend more on research.
How do we increase growth rates? How do we get more investment happening in the economy? And how do we facilitate growth? The other chapter was, of course, regarding startups and so on and so forth. There were some points made in terms of how to facilitate the starting up of startups and also the closing of them. For example, failure is an issue. There are issues around funding. There are issues around tax ambiguities on taxation, etc., for the funders.
We had a lot of discussion. One is how do we actually revive demand in the economy? Because if we can actually revive demand, then that will start the flow of industrial investment by Indian firms, which will actually then lead the investment by foreign firms. So talking about FDI is something that one cannot do in isolation. It first has to be very attractive for Indian firms to invest. How do we turn FTAs to the advantage of Indian industry? So for example, can one be more proactive in looking at FTAs with countries where Indian firms can be successful, whether it's in the Middle East or Southeast Asia or in Latin America or in Africa?
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.